Hello, this is Sandman 99, and welcome to Sanctuary Hills. And with the help today of Chef Perry, I'm going to show very briefly a small mod that was made by myself and RecV5X to add some receivers to the 10mm pistol, the good old 10mm. Now, I like the 10mm pistol. It shoots pretty nice. It doesn't have much recoil. It's pretty accurate. You can use it in a lot of different ways, so it's pretty versatile. But the only problem is when you get up to about level 40 or so, it starts to become less useful because it basically tops out at once you have gun nut level 2 and you put an advanced receiver, 10mm receiver on the 10mm pistol, the damage isn't really enough to affect higher level enemies too much. So what we did is we added some 45 caliber receivers that can be installed at the workbench. And so at gun nut level 3 you can install a 45 caliber receiver, the first tier receiver, which basically boosts the damage. So Chef Perry here has 4 ranks of gunslinger, so he's pretty good with pistols. But anyway, as you can see with Chef Perry here, an advanced 10mm receiver or pistol does 55 points of damage per shot. The 45 semi-automatic receiver boosts that up to 64 base. And we have at gun nut level 4 the ability to create a 45 advanced receiver, which boosts the damage a little more. And if you like to shoot automatics, well, you can also put a full auto 45 receiver on at gun nut rank 4. So basically it just boosts the power of the 10mm pistol a little bit, lets you keep using it as a mainstay weapon a little longer in the game. I have some very high level characters, like upwards of level 70, that still use a 10mm pistol with the 45 advanced receiver on it. And it still does just fine. And as an extra added bonus, we also added a 44 caliber receiver for Deliverer. So as you can see, that makes Deliverer into a very powerful handgun. It's probably now the most powerful pistol in the game, mainly because of its high fire rate compared to the 44 revolvers. Because the 44 revolvers basically fire as a single action weapon where you have to cock the hammer every time before you pull the trigger, whereas the Deliverer has a pretty high fire rate. It'll fire as often as you pull the trigger and as fast as you can pull the trigger. And if you have sufficient 44 caliber ammunition, well, then you can get a pretty hard hitting end game level weapon. So that pretty much concludes this little demonstration video. Going to post the mod and on the Nexus, and hopefully people will have a look at it, and if they like it, then there you go. It just adds a few more options for some of the vanilla weapons in the game to keep them useful for a little longer. So that's it.